Hello and welcome to Sports Hub. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to welcome you to Sports Hub. My name is Modern Sinkala. Every Monday we come to you live. We changed from Tuesday to Monday. So we used to come on Tuesdays live at 21 hours, but now we come on Monday every 21 hours live from Mass Media Complex in Lusaka. Feel free to participate on the program by calling 0211 25 30 25 or 0211 25 08 43. You can also send a WhatsApp message on 0955 20 2904. What has happened to Kapita from Solwezi? It's been long since we heard from you. Would like to hear from you. And also, there was also a regular caller from Kitwe. So the lines will be on your screen. Make sure you call us. If you're a social media freak, leave your comments on Modern Sinkala Sports or Sports Hub Facebook page. We'll be so happy to hear from you. Today I'm hosting women who are in the prime of their careers. Well, one of them is a boxer and another one is a footballer. I'll be introducing them shortly. Make sure you stay with us so that you don't miss a thing. On How Much You Know Your Sportsmen and Women segment, well, let's see let me see the responses that I got. I got one response from Joshua Musonda from Mansa, who says the photo that I showed you is for, he said actually Elijah Turner, yes. So Joshua Musonda from Mansa says it's Elijah Turner. Unfortunately, Joshua, that answer is wrong. You got it wrong. We also had another attempt from a man calling himself General Mercy of Masaiti District, Copperbelt Province. And this one says Timothy Mwitwa. So that's General Mercy. I'm sure that should be Masihu. Yes, correct. The player we showed last week is Timothy Mwitwa. So let's know more about Timothy Mwitwa. Who was he? So Timothy Mwitwa was born on May 21, 1968. Nicknamed Teacher, Mwitwa started his playing career at Kabwe Rangers FC before joining Kabwe Warriors FC in 1986. He was part of the Kabwe Warriors team that won their first Zambian Super League championship in 15 years in the 1987 soccer season, but got demoted the following year. In 1990, Mwitwa joined SC Sparta Prague, where he appeared in 7 Czechoslovak First League matches. He later played for Nkana FC. Mwitwa made several appearances for the Zambian national football team and participated in the 1990 and 1992 Africa Cup of Nations. He unfortunately died in a plane crash off the coast of Gabon on April 28, 1993, along with the entire national football team. May his soul continue resting in peace. So that's Team Tiger, Teacher Mwitwa, as he used to be called. So that's him there. So at least General Mercy got it right. Congratulations to you. But I have another one for you for today. So at least a tip to you is that I'll be featuring, April 28 is the commemoration for the Gabon air disaster. So I'll be featuring these players. So let's see how much you knew them. So how about this one? Can you manage to identify him? Who is that player on your screen? Can you manage to identify him? If you do, well, what you have to do is call us on 0211 25 30 25 or 0211 25 08 43, or you can send a WhatsApp message to 0955 20 29 04. That player, who is he? How great are you in terms of knowing your sportsmen and women? On Facebook, it's Modern Sinkala Sports or Sports Hub Facebook page. We'll be so happy to hear from you. Before I introduce my guest in the studio, let's look at what happened over the weekend. We start with netball. So in terms of netball, in the Midlands Netball Association MENA League Week 1 results, So it was Nkwazi 47, Red Arrows 41, NAPSA 37, Green Eagles 48, Lusaka City Council 36, and Prison Leopards 46. Green Buffaloes, who won the opening championship, 65, and Sporting Action 10. Unza 19, Mazabuka United 39. So you can see that the defending champions, Prison Leopards, at least beat Lusaka City Council by 46 goals to 36. Then Green Buffaloes, you can see that was a big scoreline, 65 goals to 10, and they are now on top of the league. Right, so from netball, those week 1 results, we go to MTN Super League week 30 results. On Saturday, it was Chambishi 2, Lusaka Dynamos 1, Andy Boyeri, Matthew Simbe, and Emmanuel Sakala scoring. Green Buffaloes 1 and Green Eagles 2. This was a battle of the Greens, and the Green Eagles emerged superior here. Cabo Warriors 2, Nkwazi 0. Something is wrong at Nkwazi. They keep losing matches. Kansanshi Dynamos 1, Forest Rangers 2. Konkola Blades 3, Kafue Celtic 0. Red Arrows 1 and Zanaco 1. It was a big match, this one. Then Zesco United 2, Buttecon 1. On Sunday, it was Indeni 0, Power Dynamos 5, Nkana 0, Prison Leopards 2. So those were the results. Now let's look at how they're standing on the table. So Red Arrows are still commanding the top leadership. So these are the top 4 standings. So Red Arrows on top. They've played 30 games and they have 60 points. Zesco United in second position. They've played 30 games. They have 55 points. So 5-point gap between the league leaders and Zesco United. Green Eagles have played 30 games and they have 52 points in third position. And then closing the top 4 brackets is Nkana Football Club. Despite losing, they're still in top 4. They have 45 points from 30 games. A difference of 3 points from the team that is following them. They are Kitwe rivals, Power Dynamos. So the top 4 teams will automatically play in CAF Confederation Cup and also CAF Champions League. So we'll see whether there will be changes from these top 4 teams. Let's now go to the second tier, which is the FAS Eden University National Division 1 League, week 31 results. So on Saturday, it was Kaisa 1 and FC Muza 2. This win by FC Muza confirmed that FC Muza have been promoted to the Elite League, which is the MTN FAS Super League, and they have accumulated 60 points. Then on Sunday, it was Jomulo 2, Quito United 2, Livingstone Pirates 1, Young Green Buffaloes 0, Lumwana Radiants 1, City of Lusaka 0, Mvulira Wanderers 4, Goms 0, Changa Rangers 1, Wapula Green Eagles 0, Police College 0, Napsa Stars 1, Quattro Kalumbila 1, Zesco Malaiti Rangers 1, Trident 1, Young Green Eagles 1. Let's see how they're standing on the table. Well, Lumwana Radiants have also booked a place to the MTN FAS Super League, and they have 63 points from 31 games. FC Muza from Mazabuka in second position with 60 points from 31 games. Napsa Stars in third position. They have 56 points from 31 games. So Napsa Stars yet to be confirmed. And Changa Rangers, they have 50 points from 31 games as well. So they've played 31 games in Changa Rangers. So it's getting tougher now because Mufulira Wanderers are breathing on the neck of Changa Rangers. So so the top 2 are gone. So remaining with the third and fourth also. So Mufulira Wanderers closing in. There is Jomolo there at on number 6. And then there's also Young Green Eagles. So it's getting more and more interesting, and TV3 will continue bringing you these games. So this weekend we'll be at Woodland Stadium, where I will be bringing you those games. And Young Green Buffaloes will be hosting Changa Rangers at 13 hours, Woodland Stadium on Sunday. And then on the same day at 15 hours, it will be City of Lusaka taking on Mufulira Wanderers. So interesting games coming up. And also remember, this weekend on Saturday, it will be the ABSA Cup final where NAPSA Stars will be taking on Red Arrows. It will be an epic one. Let's look at women's football now, because one of the guests today is coming from the Women's League. So in the National Women's League, games played on Saturday in Zone A, it was Mufulira Wanderers 0, Indeni 3. Esther Mkwasa, Sarah Moyo, Noreen Betani scoring for Indeni. Then in YASA Queens 0, Zescondola Girls 0. On Sunday, it was Green Buffaloes 5, Nkana Queens 0. Anita Mlenga, Triza Chewe, Memory Ntala, Lushomo Mwemba and Dana Banda scoring for Green Buffaloes. In Zone B, it was Prison Leopards 0, ZISD Women 1. Lungo and Namasiko scoring the only goal. YASA Queens 3, Chipata Girls 0. The player I'm hosting today is coming from YASA Queens, and they beat Chipata Girls by 3-0. Christine Nyirongo, Mukabo Tanda, Florence Kasonde scoring for YASA Queens. Let's now go to the English Premier League. So on Friday, it was Newcastle United 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. On Saturday, it was Everton 1, Manchester United 0. Wow, what a result it was. Manchester United losing. Arsenal also losing to Brighton and Hove Albion by 2-1. Well, they are Zambians who support Arsenal, but the player who tormented Arsenal is a player from Zambia, Enoch Mwepu. He provided an assist and scored a brilliant goal that shocked Arsenal. So Enoch Mwepu, well done, and congratulations for becoming man of the match during that match. Southampton 0, Chelsea 6, Watford 0, Leeds United 3, Aston Villa 0, Tottenham Hotspur 4. And on Sunday, it was Brentford 2, West Ham United 0, Leicester City 2, Crystal Palace 1, Norwich City 2, Burnley 0, Manchester City, who are the league leaders, 2, Liverpool, who are second placed 2. It was an epic encounter, this one. Let's see how they're standing in the EPL League. So Manchester City on top. They've played 31 games out of 38. And Manchester City are leading with 74 points. Liverpool in second position. They've played 31 games. They have 73 points. Chelsea, third position, 31 games, 62 points. And Tottenham Hotspur, they have 57 points from 31 games in fourth position. Which team will win the EPL? It's getting more and more interesting. Let's wait and see. Right, so enough of the results. It's time for me to introduce my guests in the studio. And the first one is boxer, female boxer, that is Lolita Muzeya. She started professional boxing in 2013 and she has had 18 fights so far, recording 17 wins and 1 loss. That's Lolita Muzeya there with her stance. And the 31-year-old was recently in Ghana, where she defeated Yako Chavez Anan via a knockout. A big welcome to Sports Hub, so we'll be able to hear from her story. Right, then we also have a footballer. Well, initially we were supposed to have Mogabo Tanda, who is a player from Botswana but plays for YASA Queens, but due to unforeseen circumstances she's unable to make it. However, we have Rhodah Nakanyika. She is the captain for YASA Queens, so instrumental in making sure that YASA are successful. Right now, as we are talking, YASA on top of the league. So, ladies, thank you so much for coming. You can come and join me here. Right, so interesting. At the end of the day, we'll see which one is better when it comes to ball juggling and arm wrestling. I'm sure Lolita is better when it comes to arm wrestling, and obviously Rhodah will capitalize on ball juggling. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
All right, let me start with you, Lolita. Are you Lolita or Lorita?
Lolita.
Lolita Muzeya. Okay, great. Give us a brief background of yourself. Where are you coming from? Where were you born from? In which area did you grow up from?
My full names are Lolita Muzeya. I was born on 11th January 1991. I was born in Mwinlunga. Yeah, I've grown up from Kasempa, Northwestern. Sure. I did my primary school at Kasempa Basic and my secondary school at Kasempa Day. And I was once a sports captain. I used to be in a lot of sports activities at school. Sure.
Different sports activities?
Yes. I used to do football. I used to do javelin. I used to do high jump, triple jump. Sure.
Oh, okay.
Even running, yeah.
So that's a threat to Rhodah. I thought it would be a walkover for Rhodah to do ball juggling. Let's hear from Rhodah. Give us an account of yourself, where you were born from, your early life.
Oh, my full names are Rhodah Nakanyika. I was born from Isoka in 2001, 24th of October. I did my primary school at Word of Life Community School, and then a bit of junior secondary school at New Kanyama Central in Kanyama, and then my other secondary school, meaning from grade 10 to grade 12, at Jesus Army Secondary School.
Oh, great. Wow. I'm so proud. You know, she was born in Isoka, and I come from Isoka.
But now I'm in my first year. I'm a first year student at Chalimbana University. I'm doing physical education and RI.
Oh, great, great, great. That's Rhodah Nakanyika. So, Lolita, growing up in Mwinilunga, Kasempa, so that means you're able to speak Lunda, you're able to speak Luvale as well?
I'm able to speak Lunda and Kaonde.
Lunda and Kaonde?
Yes.
Great. What languages do you speak, Rhodah?
Nyanja, Namwanga, English, and Bemba.
Great, great. Okay, so in terms of sports, so you said you were a sports captain, you were involved in different sports activities, you could also do football. How did you single out boxing?
You know, I was inspired by Laila Ali, yes, and our own Esther Puri. I was like, when I watched the fight, I was like, wow, I can do this. So from there, my parents were transferred to Choma. That's where I also went to Choma. And then there was a sports club, boxing club. That's how I joined from Choma. That's where I started boxing.
Okay.
Sure.
Wow, wow, an inspiring story. So after that inspiration, so with football, you thought, no, you couldn't go far with football and these others, athletics and so forth?
Yes, I thought of, let me try boxing, I'll do better.
Okay.
Sure.
So where did you start from, amateur boxing?
Yes, I fought in amateur boxing. I had one fight, I won. From there, I was attached to Oriental Quarries Boxing Promotion. That's where I started my first professional fight.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So already, so you started boxing, professional boxing in 2013.
Yes.
And how long did it take for you to win a WBC belt? I can see a WBC belt there.
I started it took me about from 2013 to, I won this title in 2016. Yeah, that was in Zimbabwe. Yeah, sure.
All right. Explain to us, how did it go? How was it, and which fighter did you face?
This fight, it was a great fight. The opponent I fought, she was from Malawi. She's a good boxer. That's Agnes Mtimokanena from Malawi, and I won the fight in third round by knockout.
Wow, wow, great. How did it feel to win such a prestigious belt? I know everyone wants to win a WBC belt.
I felt so good because it was my first time to hold that belt, and I was like, wow, this is nice. It was so nice for me.
Right.
Sure.
Okay, let's hear from Rhodah Nakanyika. I'll get back to you, Lolita. Rhodah, were you also active at school in terms of different sports activities?
Yes, I used to be an athlete, and then mostly I was attached to football.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was attached to football. That's how I had to move on with football, because I thought athletics and these other sports wouldn't do for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who inspired you to do football?
Mostly they used to talk about Barbara Banda. So I wanted to know more about her. Yes, that's it. That she's the person who inspired me mostly.
Okay, great. The other day I hosted one player who was also inspired by Barbara Banda, Mapepa.
Siomala
Mapepa, yes. She also said she was inspired by Barbara Banda. All right. So how many clubs have you played for so far?
I've only played for 2 clubs. That's Luyando Foundation, and YASA Youth Amari Soccer Academy.
Okay.
Yes.
How was the experience at Luyando?
It was just okay, since by then I was young. We never used to play these leagues they've introduced. We were just involved in AOFA, that small league, because they're the ones who connected me to YASA people, because they were playing a better league compared to us. That's how I had to join YASA.
Okay. So then you joined YASA. How did it go? I can see you are the one there, just 8?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, at YASA, the time I joined, yes, we had some challenges. We used to argue with the girls. It was a bit difficult for us to play well in the league they were playing, because they were playing a better league. By then it was provincial, so it was difficult, but we had to adapt to it.
Okay.
Yes, it was a good experience playing at YASA.
YASA, okay. So you've been at YASA for how many years now?
I think 6 years.
6 years. So
yes.
Meaning you've literally grown from YASA, because you are now 21. So meaning you joined when you were, that's 15 if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I was 15.
Okay. And now you are the captain of the team. How has it been being the captain?
It's so challenging, because there are other people older than me at YASA. Looking at Tanda, we had Michelle. The other girls were bigger than me, and it's kind of difficult to control somebody who is older than you. But I've always managed, because I've been captain there for about 3 years now. Since the time we were playing provincial league, that's when I was chosen as captain. I was assistant captain to Michelle Abueng, and then now I'm the actual captain.
Great. All right. Have you faced any challenges where you are telling your players, okay, coach wakambaso, or maybe you are supposed to do this, and then there are some players who are saying, no, choose a chance?
No. No, I usually tell them, I'll just chase you, and I will report to the coach. Like today, we didn't have the coach today. They were all busy. We had to train ourselves. You know, Mondays, it's always considered as a player's day, but since we're having 2 teams, and then the young YASA is playing on Wednesday, so they can't train on themselves. We just have to train.
Okay. All right. Now, number 8, is it your favorite number?
Yes.
How did you arrive at 8?
It's because of Margaret Belem.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so is she another player who inspired you, Margaret Belem?
Yes. The first time I was called for the national team under 17, a certain coach told me to say, you know that you play like Margaret Belem, it's just that you need to work on certain areas. And then I was like, wow. By then I used to watch as number 2, and then the time I went back to my club, I just told the managers to say I want to start putting on just 8. That's how I had to change the jersey number
to number 8. Great. So what's your favorite position in football?
2. I play light back, but at times I usually play 6, 8.
Okay. Right. Margaret Belem also plays as a right back, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is it when you chose that position, did you see your strength, or maybe it's a coach who told you, no, I think you can play better as a defender?
I think way back I used to play 7. I just chose it myself. I used to tell the coach, me, I love defending. It's kind of hard when they are scoring us. I feel bad. So I want to be part of the defenders. That's how I had to change the position.
Okay.
Because the time I joined YASA, I was wing attacker. I used to score goals.
Are you a disciplined defender? How many have you had a red card before, or maybe yellow card?
No, and then wasted awards. I don't remember the year, but I was the most disciplined player. I played the whole league without being given a yellow card.
Wow. Okay, that's great. Let me get back to Lolita. So, you started boxing in Choma?
Yes.
At the Choma Boxing Club?
Yes, that's King Stables.
All right. Sting Stables?
Kings.
Oh, King Stables.
Exactly.
All right. How was the experience there in Choma?
Yeah, the experience was just okay. You know, it was my first time to train with those guys, and I was like, but I managed. It was just okay.
Hmm.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Which one would you say is your toughest fight that you've ever had?
The one I fought in, the one I lost.
In the United Kingdom. That's the one, right?
Exactly.
Tell us a bit. How was it? Give us an account. How was it?
The fight was just okay. I was very, very ready for this fight. I prepared for it. Now, I just don't know what happened, you know. She caught me with good punches. It's boxing, so
and
that's how it was.
And you were fighting away from home.
Exactly.
That was in the UK.
That was my first time actually to fight outside Africa.
Great. And you see, you've been beating your opponents via knockout, but you were also knocked out.
Imagine.
Wow. After losing that, I know it's bad, it feels bad to lose, but what kind of an opponent was she?
She was a good boxer. She was a good opponent for me. Yes, she's the best. She won, and
she's never lost.
Yeah, she's never lost. So Savannah is a good boxer. She's a champ. I'm good, also I'm better, but it was not just my day. That's why after losing the fight, we went back to the drawing board. We worked on our mistakes.
What do you think were your mistakes? Where did you get it wrong?
The mistakes were I was open, and because our plan was like to fight her close. Now I gave her like distance. That's how she caught me with the punches. Sure.
And you saw stars. Well, and Savannah, well, a great boxer, and she's yet to lose a fight. What did the coach say after you lost?
After I lost, my coach said, because I started very well. If you look at the first round, I started very well, and my coach just told me, he told me about my mistakes, yeah, and we worked on the mistakes. As for now,
which coach did you go with?
Greetings Kaonga.
Oh, Greetings Kaonga.
Exactly.
All right. And there, was that in Ghana?
Exactly.
That was in Ghana. Okay. So that is the most recent fight you fought, Yako Chavez. How was that one?
The fight was okay. You know, Yako, she's fought best boxers. She's the champion in Ghana. Yes. So, but I managed to control the fight. Yeah, it was a tough fight, but I won the fight. Sure.
Some people are saying, maybe the boxer was too old for you.
When you look
like maybe she was even out of form.
You know, in boxing, you can't judge the age or what. You know, she was ready for the fight. If you look at her record, she's fought the best, and she's the best in Ghana. So there's nothing like she was odd. Sometimes if she's odd, other boxers, they can be beaten by the odd people. So it's boxing. I just trained for it. I was ready for the fight, and I went there to win.
And that boxing fight came after you had lost to Savannah.
Exactly.
And did that heal you?
It did. Because I was like, if I lose this one again, let me just work hard for me to win. That's what happened.
Who is this opponent you are facing?
This is Emily Kubwalo from Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Sure.
How was it, this one?
This fight was tough. I managed to win the fight by knockout. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But if we go back to the Ghana fight, I know you. I saw a certain photo. This one where you are posing with Chris Malunga, who is your manager, and also Samoa Jan. How did it feel to pose with? He's one of the greatest players that Ghana has ever produced.
Yeah, the big boys.
Indeed.
I was very happy to meet this man, because after the fight he was very happy. He congratulated me. That's how we was like, let's take photos. So this is what happened.
Samoa Gyan, I'm sure for those of you who follow football, you remember that in 2012 Zambia met Ghana and Samoa Gyan missed a penalty and Zambia beat Ghana with an Emmanuel Mayuka goal. That's how Ghana were eliminated from the 2012 AFCON. But in 2010, you remember also Samoa Gyan missed a penalty when he had the chance to score against Uruguay. So that's Samoa Gyan and Chris Malunga. How was the outing, being accompanied by experienced Chris Malunga?
It was okay. Yeah, it was okay. Yes.
Right.
And in Ghana, there were a lot of people who were watching boxing there. It was full of people. Yes.
Like it beats the way people would assemble at government complex or at Mulungushi.
Yeah, that one, it was too much.
Okay. Sure. Now, Lolita, there's another controversial fight that you won. That was against Ruth Chisale of Malawi. People thought Ruth Chisale was robbed of that fight. What do you have to say about that fight?
What I can say is it's only the final decision comes from the judges. Yeah, because the judges are the only people who can judge the fight. They're the ones who give the results. People, they can talk, no, she won, she lost, but the judges, they're trained. So for them to come up with that decision, they were right. Yes. All
right. But who is this boxer? This is the same Zimbabwean?
This is Ruth Chisale.
This is Ruth Chisale.
Exactly.
And yeah, I can see. Is that a hook? Do you call that a hook?
Yeah, I think it was a hook, yeah.
That's a hook.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, and people are saying, no, Vamubela. But it was a tough fight, not so?
Yeah, it was. It was a tough fight.
Yeah.
Sure.
From the way I know you, you are a boxer who usually would finish fights on knockout.
Yeah.
But that one, you failed to knock her down. What happened?
On that one, even myself, I was like, okay, every fight, I'm ready for all rounds. It's not like I just go there that I'm going to knock this person. She was ready, she trained. So that's how it went, a distance. That's it.
So this one, would you say is the second toughest fight?
Yeah, it was tough.
Ruth Chisale.
It was tough, yeah.
Okay, that's Lolita Muzeya. She's fought 18 fights. She's lost 1 and won 17. Let's hear from Rhodah Nakanyika. Rhodah, you've played for under 20. You've also been called to the under 17. Tell us how you felt when you received that call-up from the coach that come and play for the national team.
I was excited because it's always nice to be watched by a lot of people. You are playing at Nkoloma Stadium, everyone is shouting, Zambia, Zambia. It's nice to represent the country. Though the time I was called for the national team under 17, I didn't participate because I got sick in the last minute.
Oh, so sad. How
Yeah.
devastating that would have, that feeling was so devastating, not so?
Yes. And then I was called for the under 20, that was in 2019. In June, the time they were going for COSAFA games, I couldn't join them because that's the year I was finishing my grade 12. So I had to join them the time they were playing qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers. Though I didn't play the first game we played against South Africa, that was at Tinkoloma Stadium. We lost 2-1, and then we went, we played a friendly match against Malawi. I played the second half, and then we went to South Africa for the second leg. I played the whole game, though we drew. That was a 2-2 game.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was, how can you describe that experience for you playing for the under 20 national football team?
It was a great experience because that time it's always a great exposure for you to play for the national team. Like, a lot of people are watching you. You are a role model to others. Yes.
Okay. Wow. Which players did you find there when you went to the national team, and did they make you feel comfortable?
At under 20, that intake were Chiomala, Ochumba, Melan, Diana, Constance, and others.
Did you like your performance? Were you satisfied with the performance?
Not really.
Why?
Because we were already under pressure. We lost at home. So we were supposed to win three goals or. And
that's you there.
Yes.
With set number 5, the one you don't like. What happened? You didn't find number 8 there.
So somebody got it, so I just had to put on just 5.
So like there was scramble for numbers. Those who like 8, those who like what?
Yes.
By the time you arriving, 8 was gone.
You had to give me 5. Yes.
All right. And it's too bad that the team did not qualify. You were beaten by South Africa.
Yes.
Sad feeling. All right. So even at under 20 level at national team, you were playing right back.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now you've graduated. You've graduated to
the senior
team now. So you are hoping maybe you can play for the senior team.
Yes.
Do you think you've reached that level to play for the senior team and to challenge Margaret Belem?
I just have to challenge her. Yes, because I'm already 21. So I don't need to go back, reduce my age just because I didn't play that much in under 20. No, I will still fight for my number. That's it. I will still fight.
Okay. What are some of the challenges that are in women football? We've heard in men's football there are issues of juju. Sometimes there are issues of mostly juju. We've heard of it. Is it there in women's football?
Yes, it is there. Because nowadays people believe football is a business. So they always try by all means to get what they want. No one wants to lose.
Lolita, is there a juju in boxing?
No, there's nothing. Just the medicine is just to train hard. Yeah, you just have to train hard. If you're not well prepared, you lose the fight. Whether you put the juju what, but if your friend has trained, just be fit for the fight. I think that's what I believe in.
Okay, let's talk about hairstyles. I can see Rhodah Nakanyika, you have dreadlocks. Is that your dream hairstyle even in football?
No. I've always struggled in terms of hair growth, so I just had to put dreads. Yes, and then I'm lazy in terms of combing, going to the salon. It takes time. So, dreads is just 30 minutes, 1 hour, I'm done.
Yeah, and they say a footballer, you don't care about going to the salon and all that. What about you, Lolita?
I like all mukule. Even this I try also. Sure.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Lolita, what's the biggest thing that you'd want to achieve in boxing? Like before you retire, you are now 31. What's the biggest thing you'd want to achieve?
What I want to achieve is to get those bigger titles, like the gold one, the WBC.
The one you got was which title?
It was international WBC.
Oh, that was an international WBC.
Yes.
Welterweight. No,
Yeah.
welterweight.
Exactly.
Okay, so now you want to get a gold in which weight category?
It's super welterweight.
Super welterweight.
Exactly.
And from the way you are feeling after you fought Yako, how are you feeling about yourself?
I'm okay. I'm feeling good.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm happy that in this weight, I'm okay about it, because the weight I fought in UK, to jump from welterweight to middleweight. From welterweight, there is super welterweight, then middleweight. So that one, it was a bit heavier for me. The punches were, you know what I mean.
Okay.
So in this one, I'm okay about it.
How long do you think it would take for you to get that gold title?
It would depend, but I'm ready even today or tomorrow.
Great. Rhodah, where do you want to reach in your football career?
I also want to be a professional footballer, whereby everyone will be calling on my name to say, I'm really inspired by Rhodah Nakanyika. I'm motivated because of her. I really want to be like her. That's what I want.
All right. Okay. So very quickly, I would want you to say in local phrases. Lolita, want you to tell people in Mwinlunga, where you are born from, in Lunda, just something, a word of encouragement to a young one who would want to be a boxer in Lunda.
Okay. China kenga kuoshaku kudancho ejima ana kuwanika ma sports kuleka kutea ela bola ela boxing ela jejima jimna kuila jimna moni na mwatela kushikahana mlonga ami kutachika kwa ami na mwene natela kushika kwa ndino achinu mpinji na ashikiko. Actually I've grown up from Kasempa, so na yuka sana kikaonde, so bonse bakaonde wonse wajuma sports mwibikeko mwagosha wafika palepa mwibikeko sana myose yo mnakuba mubola mubika mwagosha wafika palepa to asanta mwana.
Okay, great. Rhodah Nakanyika, tell people in Isoka, in Namwanga, those who want to play football
Bemba.
and they want to reach your level. Okay, use Bemba.
Okay, bonse abaletamba mwebale foktea bola.
Yes, so your camera is this one.
Bonse abaletamba abale fokwamba okutea bola n'abaletea ndeba kita encourage kale kokutea mulandi mwali befisuma muri bola.
Okay, Tatotela. For now, we join Julius Malulu, who will give us the latest in terms of what is trending in sports. Julius, good evening and welcome to Sports Hub.
Good evening, Modern. How are you doing? And thank you so much for having me this evening.
Okay, great. Tell us, what do you have for us?
Interesting stuff that have been lined up for us on our segment tonight. Modern, I have about 5 items, but then quickly I want to talk about the story that's making headline. Where we obviously know, especially as a soccer fans, we obviously know that Mwepu did dismantle Arsenal.
Wow.
So that's exactly what I want us to start talking about.
I know you support Arsenal. You
didn't have to tell the viewer that. I'll feel bad. I'll be embarrassed. So you didn't have to tell the viewer.
So now I want to know, were you disappointed? Were you happy or disappointed? Because either way, Mwepu is Zambian, Arsenal is your team. So share with us your feeling.
Well, I cannot say I was disappointed. I was just torn apart because Arsenal is a team that I love. I love it passionately, and Mwepu is like a brother. He's from Zambia, so now you have a brother that's playing against the team that you love passionately. So obviously, it's a thing where Arsenal loses, yes, you're hit, but then because the brother that comes from a country has performed very well, so you're still happy that, yeah, anyway, it's football. Anything can happen in football.
All right, so yes, go ahead, tell us a story about Mwepu.
Awesome stuff. So Mwepu did dismantle Arsenal. Anyway, that's a better term. That's a better term to use. He did dismantle Arsenal. Played very good game. Man of the match performance. More than I must say, coming in from Mwepu. He really deserves that actually. And by the way, he's been named in the team of the week. That's in England, so I think that's something that Zambians should know. So great performance coming in from Enoch Mwepu. Yeah, so I think from the picture it shows more than that indeed he did dismantle the Gunners. Man of the match performance indeed from our national team captain. Quickly, I want us to move to Cletus Chotachama. I'm still talking about the players that are making it big in other leagues. Cletus Chotachama, who plays for Simba FC, Modern in Tanzania, just recently joined them. He rejoined them. I remember he left and went to Morocco, but now he's back. He's been doing extremely well, performing very well. He was actually named player of the month at his respective clubs. He scored 2 goals, 1 goal per game, so doing extremely well, and I'm hoping that the coach, the national team coach, is going to summon him and be able to play for the national team. I think these are the 2 players that performed very well in as far as representing the country is concerned in other leagues.
And that should be good news for Aliosa Stanovic, not so?
Obviously, because he's trying to form a team, like he said, so he's looking forward to having players that are performing very well at their respective clubs, those that are going to represent the national team. Actually, he said one statement, Modern, he said, I'm only going to pick players that are active at their respective clubs. So it's actually a good thing for Cletus Chotachama and Enoch Mwepu and other players as well who wish to play for the national team in future. Yeah, so these are some of the players that are representing us well in as far as playing for their respective clubs is concerned. We can move to the local front. We have an issue in Chililabombwe. Modern Konkola Blades have gotten rid of their 2 assistant coaches, and they brought in new 2 assistant coaches. That has brought a little bit of
coach has survived.
Exactly my point. That has brought a little bit of controversy among us as soccer fans, especially on social media. There's been a lot of debate. The question is, why should you get rid of an assistant coach when you're supposed to actually get rid of the head coach? But then news that's coming in from Chilabombe Modern is that apparently those assistant coaches were just imposed by the Konkola Blades Exco. I think which is not a good thing, because I believe if a coach comes, they are supposed to come with their own assistant. That's the way it's supposed to be. So if really that's the case, that the Konkola Blades executive did, then that's a wrong move. I think they should be able to give chance to the coach to come with his own assistant coaches so that he's able to perform very well. An example that I can give is that of the national team coach. He told Football Association of Zambia that I have to come with my own people if I have to perform, and they gave him that opportunity, and we'll wait to see how he's going to perform. So I'm glad that they brought in the 2 assistants that Coach Charles wanted, and hoping that they're going to perform very well this time around, and they'll be able to jump out of the relegation zone, because remember that they're fighting relegation, the Konkola Blades. We move to Power Dynamos.
But I can't, curiosity, Julius, was that in Ghana, in Nigeria? That's what
Unfortunately, Modern, no. This was in Kitwe at Arthur Davis Stadium, Kundeke. Kundeke, yes.
It's bringing bad memories.
Yeah, this happened last week during the midweek fixture when Power Dynamos played Chambeshi at home. Apparently, Power Dynamos lost at home, and this didn't go well with the supporters, so they decided to jump on the pitch and started to throw missiles. This was really a bad thing, not a very good thing, but I'm happy that they did record a victorious win yesterday when they played Indeni yesterday. All right, so we have to move to the last thing now, Modern. The last thing on our segment tonight is Giannis Sikazwe being picked to officiate at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Very, very good thing, good step in the right direction, I must say. Giannis Sikazwe Modern keeps representing us very well as a country. He keeps flying the flag of our nation high, and I think the standard that has been raised is a good thing. One thing that I want to urge the local referees is I think they should look forward to getting to the level of Gianni. Don't you think so? Don't you think so, though? I think that's everybody's desire to see the local referees get into such a level. The standard has been raised, and I'm looking forward to see the local referees also get to the level, if possible, even beat his level that has been raised. That's all we had in as far as our segment is concerned, Modern, for tonight.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Julius, for that segment. All right, so this segment has been sleeping for some time. It started and well, it slept for some time, but it's back now on this, and Julius is the one who will be running with it. All right, so well, it's time for challenges, ball juggling and arm wrestling. So ladies, I'm sending you to that podium there. There's a ball. So Rhodah, you can be the first one. Show us ball juggling skills. Let's see. It's a Rhodah is a footballer, captain for YASA Queens, and the time starts now. Show us ball juggling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You bear with me, I'm not putting on my
ball juggling skills. Yeah, it's Lolita's time. Rhodah has done 6. Well, Lolita has played football before when she was young at school, and time starts now. Yes, yes, you don't have to drop the ball. 2, 3, 4. Okay, Rhodah has won this segment. So time for arm wrestling. Very quickly, we see who is the strongest. Is it Rhodah or is it you? So you can come here. We see who is the strongest. Okay, so one can stand here where I am, another one there. So Rhodah is leading. Rhodah is leading. Let's see if Muzeya will catch up. So you put your hands like this. Yes. So when I count up to 3, and when I say go, you go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. It was an easy one for Lolita. Well done, well done. So it's 1-1. Unfortunately, this is where we have to end the program. I didn't receive any feedback regarding that player we showed you, but you can send your answers to 0955 20 2904. So I was hosting Lolita Muzeya, who is the former WBC champion and also a boxer. And we also have Rhodah Nakanyika, who is captain for YASA Queens, who are topping right now in the Zone B, right?
Yes,
Zone B of the Spurs National Women's League. So until next week at the same time, my name is Modern Sinkala. Goodbye.